Dwane, given the momentum of Kyle's shot and the way you played in the first four quarters, do you think you might have given one away tonight? You had a chance to win and didn't get it?
Yeah, you always think that, Doug, when you have an opportunity to win. It didn't come down to the last shot, the last plays. It was a stretch there where we just didn't execute on either end, on the defensive end or the offensive end. And in the playoff situation, every possession is important. And there was a stretch there that we just didn't get it done, and they did. I liked our battle. I liked our fight. I think that's what you got to do in these situations. I like the tempo of the game, the speed of the game. That's going to benefit us. And we just got to clean up some things and make sure we execute in certain situations and take care of business.
Bruce. Kyle usually makes a ton of plays, even if he isn't shooting well. Tonight, that seemed to drop off as well. What did you see from him, and how much does it affect the rest of what you do?
Well, the thing about it, Bruce, I thought his grit, he was a +7. Even though he didn't shoot the ball well, I thought in the stretches there down the stretch, he got stuff done. I thought his bulldog tenacity set the tone for us defensively. Again, everybody, we know he's not shooting the ball well. He's not making plays, the shots that he normally makes. And again, it's just like a hitter. Hitters go through slumps. And he's there, but again, we have to believe in him. We do believe in him, and he's going to come out of it. And as long as he does the things like he did at the end of the game, defensively, making plays, screening, tough rebounds, putbacks and stuff like that, it doesn't necessarily have to be a jump shot, so to speak. So he gives us so much more than he does shooting the basketball.
Dwane, can you win this series if Kyle's shooting 20% on jump shots?
Yeah, yes, because he can do other things, Steve. I mean, he doesn't have to depend on the three ball or jump shots. We shot 23%. I don't think we're going to shoot 23% the rest of the series. But again, he can do other things. He can tack the rim. He can keep the pace up. He can push the ball in transition. He's one of our best screeners. So, again, somebody else has to step up. I thought T. Ross came out of his, and gave us some punch off the bench. So other guys have to step up scoring-wise and give us, the offense we need.
Arden on the left side.
Dwane, to that point about Terrence Ross, using him as much as you did tonight, was that something that you planned coming into the game,
Yes.
or was that dictated by how he was playing?
Yes, I think I said it before. We need him. We need his scoring. We need his shooting until Kyle gets his jump shot going again. Somebody like that has to step up. Guy like Patrick, I thought DeMar Carroll had us going there for a little bit. But again, there's other things you can do other than shoot it, and Kyle's doing that. But T. Ross came in tonight. I thought Jonas had one of his best games tonight. There's other ways to get it, and he's giving this to us in the low post. I think that helps settle us down a little bit going inside to him.
Doug?
Dwane, you went really small with that starting lineup. What did you like about it or dislike about it?
Well, again, defensively, I thought it. The matchups were better for us. But again, I thought the tempo, the pace of the game that it created was good for us. We got to continue that. We got to continue to push the pace, makes or misses. I think that's an area where we have to take advantage of.
Stephen?
Coach, you've been such a good rebounding team all season, and even against the Pacers.
I can't hear you, Steve.
You've been a good rebounding team all year, and against the Pacers you did well, but tonight they really seem to have a big advantage on the offensive glass. And just what are they doing to get that many extra chances?
Well, again, that's an area where we can clean up. We got to do a better job of getting them off the boards. I think they had 8 at halftime. I would end up with 11, 3 in the second half on the offensive boards. So we can clean that area up by doing a better job of getting bodies on bodies and guards coming back in and helping us rebound.
And your team was not on the offensive glass tonight the way they usually are. You weren't getting the offensive boards you usually get.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The offensive boards we got to clean up by getting bodies on bodies. Again, containing the ball helps that, Stephen, and the fact that keeping the ball in front, the big guys don't have to come across. JV doesn't have to leave Whiteside's body to leave him where he can get back to him. So we got to do a better job of containing the basketball, and we'll make some adjustments as far as whether it's matchups or schemes that we had. and try to do a better job. We will do a better job the next game.
Michael?
Dwayne, the first half of that game in particular was so wild, it seemed. Do you think it was just each team coming out of a Game 7, quick turnaround, not nearly as buttoned down as...
There was no rhythm to it, Michael. I think is what you're saying. I may be wrong, but we wanted to create a tempo. We wanted to create a pace and tempo. We got a little frenetic. We took some tough three-point shots that I thought were a little deep, that we could get a better shot on the weak side, a little bit more patience. But again, I did like the pace of the game that the small lineup created.
Dwayne, how
Mike?
tough is a guy like Wade, late with the steals, the scoring, just
Huge.
everything?
Those plays were backbreakers. We get stops, and then he gets a steal. We turn it over. He's in the right place at the right time. Just knows how to play the game within the game in those situations. And those are the plays, the possessions we got to make sure we take care of. It's not something, there's no magic pill. It's little plays like that guys make. And again, even in overtime, they made some tough shots. So we can't, not panic or anything like that. I liked our battle. We just got to clean up some situations that we created on ourselves to make sure that we take advantage in the next game.
Ian on the right?
Coach, is there any common thread you can identify in Game 1 struggles for your team? And can you just sort of address the difficulty of playing from behind in series?
Someone said it before the game. Game 1 is you got to be on point. You can't have some of the mistakes that we made, turn it over. We get stops, lose it back, not rotate quick enough in some of the situations. Again, containing the ball. Again, it's a lot of little things that you got to do, especially in Game 1 when you're trying to protect home.
James?
Dwayne, you said before the game that one of the priorities was keeping Dragic out of the paint. Is that easier said than done?
And that's what we didn't do. And again, everybody had something in that. Corey, Kyle, we got to make sure we contain that. That was one of the things going in. And, he had a big night, 26, but a lot of it was on penetration and getting into the paint, creating problems. And that brought some of our big guys off into help positions where it created offensive rebounds. So we got to do a better job of taking away his penetration, taking away his cross grains. And like you said, it's easier said than done. But, we can do it. We have done it, and we will do a better job.